I bought some things yesterday. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages who are allowed to watch my videos for some reason? Welcome back to Bullman Built RC, or if it's your first time, welcome to Bullman Built RC. Yesterday I went and saw my buddy Mike, and when I tell you this guy has a collection that you've probably never seen the likes of before, I'm not joking. I walked through lots and lots of vintage stuff, but some of the things that I kind of picked out were some of the stuff that I'm getting ready to show you. So what we'll do right now is go through some of the things I bought. Here we go. However that goes. I bought this, looks like a brazen chassis. I'm not real sure what you would do with these things over here. They look like shock tabs, but they're on the bottom. So I'm not exactly sure how that would work. Maybe some sort of cantilever system or something. If this is a rare, crazy chassis, then I'm about to find out. Or if it's something, whatever, I'll probably put it on Facebook here in a couple minutes after I'm done with this and see what's up. But my point of buying this was I'm probably going to chop it, and then I will put it under a tube chassis, and I'll use this as a tube chassis because it's steel, and I would rather braze or weld parts to a chassis than bolt them on as a removable cage. Just preference, keeps everything 100% rigid, stuff like that. So that is the first thing I got. Next, I got the Axial JL radiator and fenders kit thing, whatever you want to call it. There's front fenders. I really needed the radiator and the headlight buckets, but I'll see if I can figure something out to do with the fender flares as well. So next, he made me a good deal on this RC4WD drive tub thing. I am missing the backs of the seats now that I look at it, but that's not a big deal, because for a project I have going, I needed another seat, and I think this will do pretty well, actually. So I got that. Next, this I bought from my little scale garage. This is made out of actual like corrugated, that pressed wood, stuff like that. It's just a cool little shelf that was hot glued together. He sold it to me for, I don't know, $5, $10, I think it was like $5 or whatever. So I'm gonna put it back here because it looks a lot better than the one that I built. Next, we'll dump this body out. All right, I bought a honcho cab, that 10-3 tuber that I have, the purple and orange and all that stuff one. It works really well, but I figured worst case scenario, if I could pick up this body pretty cheap, I would do it. So he gave me a pretty good offer on this one, and I snagged it up. So now I have another body to chop off if I need. Next, Team Raffy leaf springs. I really didn't have any plans for them, but I figured if he'd sell them to me cheap, which he did, I'll take them. Next, slipper pads. I needed some slipper pads for the Axial gears that I use on the VP stuff, and some of the VP gears will take them as well. Next, race seats. Got these pretty cheap because they are ugly and someone painted them, and it's going to take a little bit of work to make them look decent, because look at that. That looks like the butt. So I got those. No real plan, just seats for cheap. Next, RC4WD drive Blazer hinges. I have found that a couple of my bodies were, I don't know, some of them are falling apart and stuff like that in the hinges. So I went ahead and got these. Next, pivot balls. I bought a bunch of pivot balls because I use particular Jado rod ends when I make links, and when you buy them, they come with 10, I think, rod ends, and 2 of them, I believe, come with these real weird rod ends that are for the steering, and they don't work. So you pop those balls out, and then eventually you run out of the pivot balls. So I bought a bunch of pivot balls. That way, now I have them, and I can use the rod ends. Next, so next, I was literally thinking about buying these Friday night and didn't, just because I was like, I'll just wait. So I went over there and I bought some orange IBTR rings from Vanquish. He is a Vanquish dealer, and I went ahead and got those. And then I also got a set of Plink. This is a purple pink that they call Plink. Just standard rings. They are IFR ready, so you could do a lot of things with them. I'm not sure how long VP was going to carry them, so I went ahead and picked up a pack just to have them. And they're kind of cool. They're $10 a piece, something like that. So it is what it is. I'd rather support him than support a bigger company if I'm already there. And I like the dude, so I bought him from him. So I got some Blink rings as well. Next, I was scrounging around and just in some random boxes found 2 sets of draft techs. One are completely black. They have scale hardware inside as well. Super cool. Not real sure what I'm gonna do with them, but he gave me a pretty decent price on them. And then I also got these green draft techs. These are from Team K&K, and they're basically just dravs. They're short dravs, but they're green. And apparently, he was saying they stopped making the green ones. I'm not 100% sure exactly if they did, if they didn't, whatever. But I got those. I needed some, so I picked them up. Green is maybe going to work on this project I've got in mind, but maybe not. So we will see. Next, I got a little RC4WD cooler. Picked up a few little scale items from him. Nothing crazy, but I did get that. So next, I bought a couple decal packs just because, like, this one had the Ford grill. It's got some cool Ford stuff on it. The Proline logos are a little bit different. It's got some door handles. Just if I build a Ford buggy or some sort of flat buggy and I wanted to make it a Ford or whatever, then I could do that. I just, decal sheets. It's got some neat stuff on it. This one I got because I think this grill is super cool. It's from it says Blockbuster. I don't really know what it came from. I haven't opened it yet, obviously, so I don't know what it is for. It does have headlights. It does have a cool grill. It's got some really cool Proline decals on it, and got a really sweet dash. So maybe some sort of, I don't know, desert racer thing or something. I'm not real sure. Next, now just some random stuff. I bought this. Basically, I bought this for the interior and the shifter that is about ready to break. So if I build some sort of buggy and I just want a shallow Lexan interior, I'll just chop this out from about here to here, build around it. Next up, HPI Focus. This is for my FF01, I don't know, whatever the bug was. It's front wheel drive, has a front mounted motor, things like that. I have one of those. I bought it about a year ago at a swap meet, and now I have this to put on it. I believe someone has already put body posts in it, which kind of sucks, but I'm pretty sure I can figure something out to use those. If nothing else, I'll fill them in or something and paint them. I don't know what I'll do, but anyway, this is a Focus. It's the rally car, I believe. Yeah, the HPI, the Martini Valvoline Focus. Not 100% sure what this is worth, but I plan on using it. So he hit me kind of low, and I said, cool, we'll do it. So I got that. Next, this you can't really tell, but it is a clear Jeep Wrangler body for a Wraith. These make really good tube chassis donors. You kind of build around it, and then you have one that's, the body just kind of slides over and everything. They make really good stuff. This one is sealed in pack. I do have one that is loose. I'll probably put this one in the box and then maybe pull the other one out if I want to use it. But this and a lot of these are probably going to go up in storage until we can move and I can kind of display some of this stuff in an area that is a little better than this. Anyway, I talked about that on live stream. If you missed that, go watch it. Anyway, Jeep Wrangler, in sealed, package, all that stuff. Next, Proline Bronco. Picked it up. Once again, it's in pack. I have a couple of these, and one of the ones I have is a lot nicer, so if I go to use these, obviously I'm going to use the ones that are a little more beat up on the outside first, because if you're going to display a brand new in-pack body, then it's better to not have fogged and beat up packaging, So, but I did get that. No plans for it, but it's just the 73 Bronco. Got a full cab, all that stuff. I do have a tuber that's made out of one of these, so now I have a couple extra bodies, or I have some bodies that I can use whenever I redo it, or build another one. Next, now this I was pretty excited about. This is a Land Cruiser FJ40 for the Traxxas TRX4. No plans for it. It'll go into storage for a little bit, and then we will see what happens, basically. lately over the last year or so, I've just collected a lot of bodies, just to have, because I don't know, I'm stupid. I like building things out of cool stuff. I'm not sure. When they come up, I buy them. So, got that. Next, this is one of the things I'm really excited about. This is probably my number 2 purchase as far as excitement for the day. He beat me up pretty hard for this, but this is a brand new clear Proline Sumo. Samurai body. Not samurai body. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. It does have some sort of, like, I don't know, something in it. We'll have to wash it real well, but hopefully that doesn't stain. Anyway, race cars. Okay. I do have a Sumo-based crawler. It's a Rad Rocks carbon fiber, and it has a body on it that is pretty nice, but I figured if I could pick up another one for what I would consider a decent price, I would. We kind of haggle back and forth. I got this on the high end of what I wanted to pay for it. It doesn't have any window decal or window. It doesn't have any window masks, which is fine, and it also doesn't have any decals, which I would have liked some, but it is what it is. We'll figure that out. So, but this is one of the OG Sumos, not the 18-foot long one that Proline just really released. So, I got that. Next, one of the cooler things I got was this. This part is just made out of like some thin styrene, and it's not perfect, which is kind of the cool part about it. Is this side's not bad. This side here is put on really, really crooked. But I want to take it apart and just use this part in my scale garage. Maybe hang it up over there or something like that. I think it'd be super cool. So that is what I'm going to do with that. It's just a old Plastruct display center, basically. So I'm pretty stoked about this. I was pretty happy. I think he gave this to me, and I appreciate it a lot because I think it's super rad. So I'm going to get that apart, clean it up, put it in there, and then it'll have a new home. Next! So now, some of the really cool stuff I got. Let's start here. I bought this little box. I don't remember. He didn't break it up. He sold me these 3 boxes as one money. I do have... Ooh, these are aluminum. Nice. Aluminum SCX1 knuckles. I have, this is a 10-2, I believe. A 10-2 gear cover. It's aluminum. Whatever the hell these things are, I have no idea what those are. There's a bunch in there. There's a bunch in there. These are all carbon fiber. No, those are plastic. Never mind. Plastic ones. But what I bought this box for was all these body posts. For putting different bodies on things. I do try to use Velcro or magnets or something, but sometimes for some projects, body posts are just better. Comp trucks, etc., etc. So I got that. This one is full of links. So you can see all the links in there. Lots and lots of links. Ow, shit, that hurt. A lot of them have Axial rod ends on it, which I tend to not use. I do usually use Traxxas or RPM stuff, but they're already made, and if nothing else, they can be setup links. I did find these brass ones. I don't have a whole complete set. I have 2 lowers that are bent. One random short guy and a random pretty chunky boy. Those things are heavy. Lots of rod ends from Axial. These are, I can tell you what these are anyway. These are all straight axle, and basically they're stuff you use for the conversion. So the panhard or the steering link, etc., etc. Got all that stuff out of there. And I actually have a link box right over here. So this is my link box. Everything that I ever use to make links other than the actual material. The material sits right over here in a tube. But, so now I can take all these links and plop them right in here. And then they will be in their nice, safe new home. Now, one of the reasons I really got this box, not only for the links, was for these guys right here. I got some Losi Mini T-springs. I got a set of purple fronts. Not sure what those are exactly. Got a set of red fronts, 2 sets of pink fronts, and a set of blue rears. Couldn't beat that. So, there's that box. And then, I also got this box. I was pretty excited about this box. This is what I was actually after. I wanted the springs. I would have separated them, but he sold me the links and everything as well. But this, does that not... What's this do? Okay, that doesn't do a thing. I got these, which these are pretty cool. These are actual Axial weights for old school 2-2 bead locks. So you stick those around there. I believe they're 2-2s. And then I also got these weights, which these go, they go in here? Yeah, they go in there like that. So you can slide those in there, bolt them together around it, and then if you had more, you can put them on there as well. But I only have 4 of them, so it is, but got that. So those are pretty cool. Just got some cool shock keys. No clue what these are. They're just random links. This is a threaded tube. This really rowdy 56 tooth steel spur. I got a Vanquish. This is a Wraith Panhard 3-link mount. Cool little bungee like recovery straps. I got a yellow one. Got a pink one. That's lots of these body mount bolt nut things. Axle shafts. No idea what these are for. Random leaf springs. Got some leaf springs. And then on to the obvious and the big reason I bought this, drive shafts. Lots and lots of wild boars. There is a Junefak, whatever the hell that's called. This does not look like an MIP, but it could be, I guess. I'm not sure what that's for, if it is an MIP. There's another sliding Amazon steel. This is some sort of sliding Amazon steel stuff. There's another Junefak. I bought it for this, pretty much. I got the whole box pretty much for the dollar amount of that single drive shaft right there. Just lots of little drive shaft parts and things. And then a whole bunch of wild boars. Don't know what that is. I definitely got my money's worth. He is a good dude. I like to haggle with him, but he always pretty much gives me a good deal. So I'm going to clean this up, and then I will show you the #1 thing from the haul that I am most excited about because, well, you'll see. Next! Now my actual biggest purchase of the day was this. This is a modified Pro. Someone had a 10-2, I believe he said, and this Pro, and then they mingle mashed it all together. For whatever reason, they took the good incision drive shafts out of this Pro and put these janky Chinese ones in here in the back, and then they put a wild boar up front. The front link geometry is all types of screwed up. It has a G-Speed chassis with these weird square rectangle crossbars, and then a interesting servo mount that's up here that probably plays all sorts of hell with the steering linkage, I would assume. I'm not 100% sure exactly, because that's got to be, yeah, that can't be good. So got that. This is a G10 G-Speed, I believe. I may end up using that. I'm not 100% sure. These RC4 drive wheels and I believe these are G8s crawlers will go. These are just stock foams from what I can tell. Those are gone. The front bumper I will probably cut apart and use the tabs. And then it is a Pro, so it does have the upgraded transmission stuff. It does have a flat skid from Fish Skids. Other than that, I don't really know a whole lot about it. The axles seem to spin in the same general rotation, so it's not like it has a lot of overdrive or anything. It does have Toyota mounts, I believe these are, for the sides. So I do have sliders that look like they're for a 10-3, honestly. They have weird, I don't know what they're for. Anyway, I got sliders, not 100% sure what they're for. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this. What I'll probably end up doing is taking the Pros, put them on something that has 10-3s that I like a lot. Trade the transmission out for one on an Ultra, sell it. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe you just part it out. I don't know, really. We'll have to see. This I also got. So he had the body, and it also has a full VP chassis underneath as well. This is also a Pro or an Ultra. Has nice inner fenders that are like rhino lined on the bottom, but they are clear up here. Still has both bumpers. Looks like a pretty clean chassis. Does have some scratches on it and things, but it's not that bad. And then I also got a green half cab. Nice jack back here. It does have a cooler, which is completely empty and doesn't hold anything. Fire extinguisher. And a couple little decals on the back. It's pretty nice. It is split right here, though. That kind of sucks. The color is super rad. Not sure if I'm going to keep this and put it on something. I may end up putting it on my 10.2 based VP chassis because I do like this a lot. So that pretty much wraps it up. I know I say that's pretty much it, but it's a lot of stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed going through it and then buying a bunch of stuff. Look into being a channel member. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, on my Facebook group, and I have a Facebook page. I only post video updates on my page, but in my group, I do try to be active. You are welcome to be active in there as well. It's all Bullman built RC across the board. I appreciate you watching. Bye!